Oh,
Oh,
you should sing.
dang, dang. They
Okay.
Sing,
Kinda
Jesse.
weird.
They took
You
my
can sing.
spot.
Pop off, King. Pop off.
Jesse,
Hey,
sing.
put us on
What do I say?
Instagram.
Sing it, Jess.
I can't hear it.
Just pull one ear off and sing.
What you gonna do? Where are they at? They're over there.
Jesse's leaving us at the end of May. He's going
You
to
know
act
he's going
professionally
to Michigan
in,
all summer.
Michigan and
Yeah?
summer, and then he'll come
Well,
back.
we're going to talk about that.
He's really good.
Welcome to In the Huddle. We are at Highland High School for our third and final stop on what we think is one of the greatest things we get to do every year. I'm Stan Green. I'm the Director of School Support Services. To my left, oh, there we go. We can leave now. I'm good. To my left is Melissa Doñez, who's ending her second year as principal at Highland High School.
Yeah.
In the middle is the vocal director and VAPA instructional aide, Jesse Magdaleno. Down there with the hat on is Justin Thompson. He's the instructor and director here at Highland High School. And anchoring on the end is Alejandra Torres, an Arvin High grad. Awesome. Well, we're excited to be here. We always like to talk to the principals at our school when we get a chance to. My first question for you is, what is your experience in theater or performing arts?
Ooh, I mean, long time ago, back in the day, I was a band student in high school, but go band. But really, my experience in theater just comes as being a theater mom for many years. So, and then supporting all of these amazing kids.
Yeah, it's interesting, right? Because your front-facing is, at least in our world, is a lot of athletics, but we like to support all the other programs too. And we've had great response from the theater people, and I, you're the first principal that's come to one of these, so we're excited to have you here. Jesse.
Hi.
Hey, hi. So you started out a little bit of singing there before we went fully live. Why don't you tell us who you are and what your background is?
Yeah. Hello. I'm Jesse. Yeah, I've been doing theater since I was about 6 years old, I think, in a performing arts group. Yeah, just kind of working all three, the big three, acting, singing, dancing for, I think, my whole life. I've gotten the opportunity to work at children's theater companies as well and doing that and stuff, and also going around to other high schools and vocal directing and stuff. And then this job opened up, so I applied. I graduated from here in 22, so it's really cool to come back and kind of keep giving to the kids. But yeah, I've worked in the community for about 10 years now. And then I've worked professionally a little bit, and I'm going this summer to Michigan to do my first professional equity show, so that'll be fun.
Oh, that's
Wow,
super.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
So I got to ask, so were your parents involved in theater? Because you said you started when you were 6 years old. So
Yeah.
how does a 6-year-old get involved in theater?
It was very random. I was a soccer kid when I was younger. I was in soccer at 4 years old to 11.
Okay.
And then my dad was in band. So I think just the singing and stuff, I got into it. And then in elementary school, my drama teacher there was the instructor for this performing arts group. So he was like, come audition. And then I kind of got roped into it from there.
And so that's how we ended up here today. We're
Yep.
going to Michigan this summer.
Yeah.
That's super.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
thank you so much. Yeah.
Awesome. I'm gonna take over here, Justin.
Oh, that's me.
I have so many questions for you, but why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, how you became a theater educator?
Okay. Yeah. So my background in I was a trouble kid when I was younger, believe it or not. But my mom said, you need an avenue to get all of your energy and stuff out. I'm going to make you go audition for this play. And the play was Charlotte's Web with NOR Junior Theater. And I didn't want to do it at all. But then I was forced to do it and ended up loving it. And I did almost every show with NOR Junior Theater from my 8th grade to my senior year of high school. I did theater in high school. I got into it in college, in the community, and just kept doing it because that became my avenue of what I wanted to do. And then teaching just kind of runs in my family, and so I was like, why not? So I've been doing that for 10 years. Melissa hired me when she was our API 10 years ago. And it's all been downhill since.
No, you have a great program here. You're doing
I
a great
do.
job, Justin.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. And then, so I'm going to go back to Jesse.
Hi.
Okay, so hi. So you guys are doing Hadestown,
Yeah.
right? This is quite the show. What is your role? What is your involvement in the show?
Yeah, so I'm one of our 2 vocal directors that get to teach all this wonderful music to these kids. This is my favorite show because of the music. It's just so intricate and well written, and it's rare that you get a composer that knows how to like tell a story through song. And yeah, the writer for this show is just absolutely phenomenal. But yeah, I'm teaching the music with these kids, kind of helping out with all the tech stuff, building the set with our classes, doing all of our mic situation. But yeah, I'm just kind of here for whatever they need.
Super. The set looks amazing, by the way.
Yeah, it's great.
Thank you.
Did you paint the floor
Today.
Yeah, that's why my shoes. What happened? I mean, how recently has it been painted? Because I mean, it looks pretty good.
The black,
Yeah.
literally this morning. But the
Really?
train track was this past weekend.
Oh wow, yeah, it looks really good.
Thank you.
That was the first thing I noticed when I walked in. I was like, wow.
Yeah,
this is
we
a
didn't
great
want it to
set.
look bad for this, so I
Oh.
told Jesse, hey, first thing in the morning we need to paint the stage.
Yeah, when you go to your admin and go, hey, they're coming out for In the Huddle. Can we get some money to paint? And they're like, oh, sure, here you go, right?
Yeah, anything.
Melissa, my visual performing arts, by the way, people, it lasted 3 weeks when I tried to play the drums and I realized I had 0 rhythm. So that was the end of my visual and performing arts part of my life. Why is visual and performing arts important on a high school campus?
Gosh, I mean, I think what's important is that you get kids to realize that they have talents that they may never have known that they had. And so when you have a broad program for kids to dabble in, then they have the ability to learn about themselves.
Yeah, I agree. Jesse, last one. How do you and Justin work together to make a show like this come to life, and what are some of the biggest challenges you face?
Yeah, I think we've learned to work with each other over the years. I mean, we started when I was a sophomore in high school, and then I graduated, and then we kept working with each other in the community, and then now I'm here. So I think we know each other's brains very, very well, so it's very easy to just kind of bounce things off of each other, be that like backboard for ideas. But yeah, I think some of the biggest challenges for this show specifically is that it's a monster. You know, there's all the music, all the moving pieces, you know, the cast. There's just so much that goes on. So being able to have, you know what I mean, I'm glad that I'm here to be able to just kind of support and be, yeah, that kind of second head, you know, for this big old monster. But yeah.
Super.
Justin,
Yeah.
what is Hadestown? If people aren't familiar with it, I mean, it's a
Yeah.
huge hit. I think it's touring right now.
It is. It just came through town a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so what is Hadestown for someone who might not know?
Hadestown is a folk jazzy retelling of the story of Orpheus and Eurydice. I'm not going to spoil anything as far as that goes. If you know the story, then you do. And it's mixed with the story of Hades and Persephone. And Anais Mitchell just kind of took these 2 Greek myths and set them in this. It's kind of a timeless piece. Like, it doesn't have a setting. And she used folk and jazz music to tell this story of these people. She uses Hermes, the character of Hermes, to drive the story along, and she's added in the 3 fates to kind of create a complex, kind of spooky background.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And before we go to our intermission, why did you feel that this show was the right show for this group?
I think the stars aligned, and really, like, I'm thankful Jesse's here because I don't think I could have done this without him here. But stars aligned, and the cast that we have for this show is perfect.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I could have done this any other year but this year.
Super. All right, well, that brings us to the end of Act 1. We're going to go to intermission. When we come back for Act 2, we're going to see the faces of the production meet the cast.
Thank you, guys. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
joining us.
Thank you.
Strong's youth accounts help kids practice earning and spending in the real world.
So, my rate for dishes is going up with inflation.
Oh, is it?
blame the economy.
Because when we plant financial literacy young, it grows the rest of their lives. Valley Strong's youth accounts teach kids how to save and earn interest on their hard-earned money.
Hey! You should be earning interest on your savings. Make the money work for you.
And we now have the faces of the production. We have next to me is Mia Salas, who is Eurydice.
You practiced that. You got that down.
Whoever took the under on me messing that name up lost, because I just did it. In the middle is Holly Bowling, Persephone. On the second to the end is Aubrey Arnold, who is Hades.
Hi.
And, of course, on the end is wonderful Al. Should I call you Eurydice?
If you want to.
Okay.
That's
Eurydice, can you tell us about yourself and how did you get started in theater? I mean, we heard earlier, 6 years old. How about you?
Mm-hmm. So my experience with theater actually has been very short.
Yeah.
I started doing theater my freshman year.
Oh, wow.
I had never done a show before till I was like my freshman year here. And I had done choir in junior high and then band in elementary school, but that's like as soon as joining high school, that's as much theater experience as I have ever had.
So it became a love it.
Yes.
Good for
I
you.
have always loved it, but I was never a part of it. I had always wanted to, but I was never a part of it.
Well, good for you for taking the jump.
Yes.
Holly, tell us how did you get involved in theater?
I started doing shows. I did 2 workshops before my freshman year of high school, and since then I've done every show here, which is incredible to say. I can't believe it. But beforehand, I would watch Disney princess movies and sing along, but before that, it was nothing. I knew nothing about theater, truly. I was just interested in acting, and my mom signed me up. She was like, go do it. And I was like, okay.
Good for mom.
Shout out mom. Shout out mom.
Good for mom. My mom told me not to do it when she heard me singing.
Mom knows best. Aubrey, how did you get involved in theater, and how did you get involved in the theater program here?
I'm going to have to agree with Mia, where my theater experience is quite short as well. I actually started doing theater my sophomore year. I didn't do it my freshman year because I was too scared to do it. But I got over that fear, and honestly, I mean, the rest is history.
Yeah, I mean, you all would have had me fooled because I've seen you perform before in different shows, and a very talented crew up here.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Holly, so you play Persephone, is that right? How do you personally relate to your character, and where do you think you differ?
That's a great question. Persephone, I would say, is a very nurturing character, but she's also so powerful in the way that she seeks equal levels between her and her husband Hades. And I think that is such an important thing for a character, and it's so deep. And I think that me as a person, I can't relate to her, but I want to be her.
Oh, I love that. That's awesome.
Mia, I've got to ask this question, because you didn't start until freshman year, right?
Yes, yeah.
How hard was it to walk out on the stage the first time when you were going to give a line?
So the very first character that I ever played was for about 5 minutes.
Okay.
And I had a short monologue. It took a lot to just get up there, but I so badly just wanted to do it already that I just did it.
Do you get butterflies? Your heart starts pounding?
Yeah.
Palms
Still,
sweaty?
Yes.
Knees are weak, arms are heavy.
Once you're there and you're in the moment, it all goes away.
Really?
Because you see all the lights and you see everything come together and it just comes to life.
So do you become immune to it? Like now is I'm just going to go out there and do my lines, or you still get worked up?
No, I definitely still get nervous.
Yeah.
The butterflies still are there, but I have so much passion for it and so much love for it that it's just, you put it to the side and you go and you do it. And
Super.
It's awesome.
So this is a really challenging musical. What's your biggest struggles on this show? Do you have any struggles with it where you're like, oh, man, this was really hard for me to get ready?
Ooh. I think vocally it's difficult. There's nonstop singing. You sing for the whole 2 hours.
Oh, wow.
And you never stop, and you pretty much don't get any water breaks. But I think on the side, like during school hours, making sure that you're just staying healthy as possible. I'm somebody who gets sick a lot. It's a curse of mine. So just staying as healthy as possible, drinking water, vocally resting yourself is priority every time.
Holly, what's the most rewarding part about this group?
Oh, this cast is beautiful. Truly. I wouldn't have casted this any other way. Not that I was casting it, but it's perfect. Truly. And everyone brings something different to the table, and it all meshes into a beautiful, beautiful group. And this being my last show has become so special to me because everyone is, first of all, so welcoming. Everyone is beautiful in their own way and kind, and it's easy to talk to everybody, and they're dancing and they're singing and they're acting. It's all incredible, and I'm truly so glad that this is my last show. I would not have it any other way.
Super.
Aubrey, so just like Holly was telling us about kind of the depth of the character, all of the characters in the show are super nuanced. Yours in particular. I mean, Hades is a very, very nuanced character. So how did you prepare to play this role, and what did you have to do to learn or study for the role?
Well, this was like a character I never had done before. All of my characters in the past have either been quite lighthearted or kind of like the comedic relief. So this was very, very different than like what I was usually casted as. And I honestly, I kind of just, I attempted to like study his character a lot, you know? And sorry, I'm like blanking.
That's okay.
And I just learned that like, this is like someone that is so different than who I am as a person. And I think I learned a lot with this character. I learned a lot about acting, and I also learned, because I mean, if you guys haven't watched the show, this role is usually played by a man. Right. So I had to learn how to basically be this like very menacing, scary guy on stage. And I mean, look at me, I'm not that scary. I'm quite short and very, very skinny. So it was a challenge, but I think that I did do the absolute most that I could.
That's the fun part about being in theater, right? Is getting to be someone that you're not, and getting to just put on that persona and have fun with it.
Last question, going down the row here, because I just got signaled that we're out of time. Okay, what do you hope the audience feels when they leave the show this week? Starting with you, Mia.
Well, me personally, I remember when I first ever listened to the album, and I think what's special about this show is that you don't even have to watch it. You can even just listen to the album on any streaming platform and know the story, and just the feeling of just, I want to do this so bad. Like, I want somebody in the audience to just watch this and be like, I need to do this. Like, this is something I might want to do. So maybe even hope and a spark of inspiration.
Holly, same question. What do you want the audience to feel when they leave?
I really want this story of Orpheus and Eurydice and Persephone and Hades, I want it to be more known because it's beautiful. And I think that I've learned a lot from the story myself, and I want everyone else to feel educated in that.
Super. Aubrey, same question.
I just want people to feel moved, you know, because I feel like when people come into these plays, they're expecting like a high school level production, but I want them to walk out of this seeing that there is so much more than just that, you know? We are not just, you know, a high school level production. We are putting in the effort, and we're putting in all of this emotion, and I want them, the audience, to feel that.
Great answer.
And they can feel that this Friday at 7 p.m., right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And Saturday.
And Saturday.
Yeah.
Very cool.
All right, that's the end of Act 2. We're going to go to intermission, and when we come back, we're going to be behind the scenes.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Great job.
Thank you.
Strong's youth accounts help kids practice earning, and spending in the real world.
So, my rate for dishes is going up with inflation.
Oh, is it?
Blame the economy.
Because when we plant financial literacy young, it grows the rest of their lives. Valley Strong's youth accounts teach kids how to save and earn interest on their hard-earned money.
Hey!
At Highland High School, who's doing Hadestown this Friday at 7 p.m. We are behind the scenes right now. Next to me is Julia West, the co-stage manager. Lee Villalpando, the other co-stage manager.
Hello. Thank you.
Justin Thompson, the director and tech instructor, has joined us. And, of course, on the end is Alejandra. Julia, we're going to start with you. Kind of the same question we've asked everybody. I just kind of, where did you get involved in theater, and have you been in theater a long time?
So I started last June. I originally came to Highland. I wasn't supposed to be here. I'm on transfer. So I'm really lucky that I got
That's
to
our
be
department.
Here.
You need a transfer.
I transferred here, and I wanted to do summer school. I was already very busy, but I wanted to do summer school, and the PE spot was already filled. And so they said, do you want to do theater? And I said, sure, why not? And so I came, and I remember looking through the script, and I was like, I'm so scared to be on stage. I would rather do anything backstage. And Thompson put me as stage manager, and I remember the past stage managers that had just graduated, they taught me basically how to manage everything backstage, how to pull curtains, how to take stage notes, how to do everything. And I'm really thankful for them, but I've only been doing this for less than a year now.
Yeah, 8 or 9 months, right?
Yeah, about
that. I'd have been right next to you. Can't get in PE. Oh, you're going to be in theater. Can you put me behind the stage?
Yeah.
Lee, how about you? What's your theater background?
So I started when I was a freshman at Frontier, and originally, my sister was actually the stage manager, so she got me into it, and originally I was super shy. I could not, I did not want to be on stage, back behind at all, but she was like, just do it, be super confident, and you'll do wonderful. And so I did that all my freshman year and sophomore year at Frontier. And then sadly I had to move to West, and there I continued theater, and the director there was wonderful, and she told me that, again, to have confidence and that I could do great things. And then I got to my senior year, and I got here at Highland, and I came in and I only had one friend, so I was completely new, and I was immediately welcomed, and thankfully Thompson here was wonderful and brought me in, and I came in doing Ring Girls, and then he casted me for Almost Maine, and that taught me a lot about what it's like to be an actor. Mm-hmm. And then I had asked him if I could be stage manager for this production, and he said yes. And
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I love the fake it till you make it approach. That's the story of my life. I just keep going. You have confidence and you'll make it at some point. That's awesome. And the welcoming part of this school, that's one thing that stood out to me today when we walked in. Almost must have been 15 kids came up. Hey, can we help you carry anything? Can we help you with this? And so I could see that here. It's a very welcoming campus.
Yeah, definitely. So Justin, we met you in the first quarter, or the first act, excuse me, and you're the director of the program, but you're also the tech instructor.
Yeah.
And you, along with your co-stage managers, are in charge of all the technical aspects. What is involved in all of that?
everything you see on the stage, behind the stage, back in the booth, that's all tech. From the painting and the building to the microphones and the sound and the lights. It's a huge undertaking. And so I have a really great tech crew for this show. Very new tech crew, which I'm kind of excited about because I think Lee and one of our students who helped costume, Riley, I think they're my seniors. But everybody else is sticking around. And so I'm excited to see what they learn with what they're already doing right now. But yeah, I mean, everything you see behind us is tech theater. And so we do that in class. So I've got a couple of great classes that, do the building and stuff like that. And then these guys come in and take it over.
Wow, that's it. I mean, it's so impressive. I walked in, I'm like, it looks like we're at Universal Studios
Yeah,
in one of the lots or
nice.
something. Lee, can you tell me about what you think the biggest area of growth is that you've seen for the whole cast and crew for this show?
I think the biggest area of growth has been just how, familial everybody's gotten. I remember in the beginning, there was, not a lot of people talk to each other. We were all very shy because of how the production is. And over the course of it, I just saw everyone just talking and being very friendly to each other. And it makes me happy to see that, really. I think so.
Julia, what has been, there had to be something along the way that was kind of a tough hurdle to get over, putting this all together. What's been the toughest part of this so far?
I think one of the toughest parts is we have a train that comes on stage. And that has been so difficult.
It has. We need to repaint
Steering issues or what? What do we got going on here?
Kind of. It's very difficult because it's such a tight area back there. And so it's very hard to push that train on and off, and it has to come on very, very quickly. It has to come off very quickly. And it's just a very small space. That and the whole stage extension was a lot of work, but we made it work.
Yeah, you can't really see here, but it's a 90-degree turn coming on, which probably is hard.
I hear all the
but
giggling, so
but
it
getting
must
it back
be really
is probably
difficult.
just as hard.
Oh yeah, getting it back is probably
They had to
our
learn
more
to be
difficult.
conductors within 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Justin, you couldn't build tracks to just go right out the front door.
Nope. But if you know me, you know that I love Starlight Express. So I would love to do another train show that builds tracks all throughout this.
I've got Al and I usually try to stay on our own ends of the table here, but I've got a question for you because I was thinking about it while you're answering. So in sports terms, you're like the head coach of this.
Yeah.
How many adult helpers do you have?
I got Jesse, I got Bree, I got Mika, I got Emily. Four. So I have 4 other coaches.
And then student helpers, like co-managers.
Yeah, I got. I would say I think there's probably 7 or 8 student technicians.
Okay.
And so your adults would be your offensive coordinator, your defensive coordinator, that sort of thing, and then these guys would be like the wide receiver coach and the quarterback coach, and the D-line coach.
I was putting that together. I thought that, and I'm like, I got to ask that question.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Big football fan, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
Lee, what's the biggest area of growth that you've seen?
Area of growth.
From cast or crew or,
I've seen them. I usually am backstage, so I don't see a lot sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But from what I've heard, they sound amazing. Every time I hear, any of them, I'm so surprised. And I'm super happy to, just be able to hear them. And then from the glimpses that I see from back here, especially our Hades, has done so well. All of them have, and I'm so happy to be able to even see glimpses of them. So I'd say singing and their acting has been the biggest
Nice.
thing. Yeah.
Wow. So, Justin, you're talking a lot about, all the student leadership that you have in this program, which is incredible. What does it take to really be a student leader like these two you have up here?
Yeah, so like Lee said, he came to. I'm bummed because he came beginning of his senior year. But I'm grateful that he learned from the teacher at Frontier, Mr. Jocelyn, and Miss Eldridge at West. But I didn't give him the chance to be nervous. I just said, do it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's what I kind of saw with Julia over the summer. We were doing a production of Rock of Ages Junior. And shout out Rock of Ages.
Yeah,
yep, Alejandra, that's the only show Alejandra's ever seen here. She's got to come see more.
Yes.
But Julia, we were painting the set, and Julia just kind of took initiative. And she started doing things like with the painting and stuff like that I didn't even ask, but that I wanted done, but I didn't know if these kids could do it. And so I just like the kids that take initiative, that are like, I'm just going to do this.
Yeah.
And that's what it takes to be for stage managing and stuff like that. And then I've got kids that are like, yeah, I'll learn a spotlight, or yeah, I'll learn a soundboard. It's those kids that are like, I'm like, yes,
attitude.
Please, yes,
yeah.
Please come be technicians here. But yeah.
So if people are wanting to join theater, but they're like, I'm cool off being on stage, you know, I'm not comfortable with that. Is there a place for them still?
Yeah, I mean, I have for in the community, yes, absolutely. But like it's in schools, most of us offer tech theater classes. And for me, because I do perform myself, I direct and I do the technical side of things, I find that they're all equally rewarding. Like you guys came in and the first thing you saw and commented on was the set, right? That for me, that's like, I did my job right. You know what I mean? It would be the same thing as getting your flowers at the end of the show saying good job on that song or whatnot. It's kind of the same thing. I find it all equally rewarding. So even though you might be afraid to perform on stage, there's other things that can be done up here.
Awesome.
Nice. Well, I looked out in the audience just now at our Q person, and they went 0. Got no time left. So that's going to be I'll give you all flowers right now, too. You did a great job. That's going to be the end of Act 3. We're going to go to intermission, and the next Act 4 is going to be the future of the program. We'll be right back.
All right.
Thank you. I forgot we were in Act 3. I thought that was Act 4 already. Wow.
Strong's youth accounts help kids practice earning and spending in the real world.
So, my rate for dishes is going up with inflation.
Oh, is it?
Blame the economy.
Because when we plant financial literacy young, it grows the rest of their lives. Valley Strong's youth accounts teach kids how to save and earn interest on their hard-earned money.
Hey! You should be earning interest on your savings. Make the money work for you.
Because when we plant financial literacy young, it grows the rest of their lives.
Oh, we're like, I feel like a news person.
I know. It's the height. Everybody says like, oh, you look like a senior. You don't look like a sophomore.
We're back for Act 4. Just got the cue from the wonderful Julian Wilson, who also does our live streaming for our athletic events. Couldn't do it without him.
Shout out,
Big
Julian.
shout out for Julian Wilson. Again, Javier Valdez from the Kern High Network out of our office. You will be able to see all of these wonderful photos on the Kern High Network Instagram page. If you're not following us, follow us. And thank you to Danny and Ashley, who do a ton of work for right now. They're not doing it, but they do a ton of work for us. They're my cue of 0 time. So the future of the program, we got Drake Carlin, who is Orpheus. In the middle is Josie Mena, who is Fate number 2. Third to my left is Adam Johnson, Fate number 3. And the awesome owl down on the end. This is our final segment here. So Drake, Orpheus, I asked everybody the same question because it's just really interesting to me to see, how did you get involved in theater? So what's your theater background?
So, for funny story, my brother is a junior here, and he's in theater. So, my freshman year, they were doing Beetlejuice for their last show.
Okay.
And he kind of said, hey, you're going to do this whether you want to or not, audition, and you're going to get it because you're good. And so I had choir experience from my middle school, so I kind of knew how to sing. So I went in there, I auditioned for Adam Maitland, and I got the role. So I was like, whoa.
First time.
I know, right? First time ever doing this. And for me, that kind of lit like a fire in my body that I didn't know that I had. It was like, I play guitar, so I'm a musician. I understand stage fright and all that, but I've never felt this kind of adrenaline or this kind of rush before in my entire life before this. And I am very grateful because of it.
More energy, more passion.
Yeah.
That was a great answer, though, right?
Thank you.
Once you got a bite of it, you're like, where can I get some more?
I
This
know.
is awesome.
I got a taste of it. Now I want the full course meal.
And you got 2 more years left, right?
Uh-huh.
Awesome. Josie, how did you get into theater?
Well, I've always had a really big passion for theater, but I was never able to get involved. But what really drew me in with Highland's theater program was Mean Girls. That was one of my dream shows, and I got to play Karen, which was really fun. A little bit of a challenge because she's really goofy and has a lot of comedic timing. But other than that, what really drew me in was the community too, because everyone has been so welcoming, especially for my first year. It's been so great. I've got to meet so many new people, and it's been the best.
That's awesome.
Adam, how did you get involved in the theater program here?
Oh, yeah. So the beginning of this year, which is also my freshman year, I took a leap of faith, and I apologize. I auditioned for Mean Girls, and I surprisingly got Damien, which I was so surprised.
An iconic role.
And then I also auditioned for Almost Maine in the winter. So, but yeah, nothing else. Yeah, that's the beginning of my theater.
Hey, how does it work when you get a role? I'm sorry. I just can't help myself. I just shout out the answers when I want them. How does it work when you get the role? Do they post it on the wall like they did when I was little?
Yes, yeah.
At 3 o'clock on Friday, it's going to be on the wall?
Yep.
Yeah.
They'll post a piece of paper with the cast list on Thompson's door.
Is everyone crowding around?
Yeah,
it?
it'll be like there's a horde of people, and you got to fight through there to be like, did I get it? Did I get it?
That's amazing. It's an event.
That's
I love
super.
that. Josie, can you tell us about your role in Hadestown?
Oh, in Hadestown, I play Laquisius is her name. She's one of the fates. She is really, really cool. She has a lot of control over people's lives. Like, the first fate has control over birth and, life, and then Adam's role has a lot of control over people's deaths, and then I'm just, smack in the middle. She's very, very difficult to play because she has a very complex mind. She, very thought out, mischievous, evil. It's very difficult because I really just want to smile and be like, hey, but I can't. But that's pretty much it. I don't want to spoil too much, but
don't.
No, they're gonna have to come and watch and
Yeah.
find out. Yeah.
All right, Drake, do you have an Orpheus voice that you use? Or is it just your regular voice?
I mean, for me, it's trying to use my own voice, but I've taken some inspiration from
Okay.
other people, like the guy who played it on Broadway recently, Jack Wolf. He
Okay.
is chef's kiss, so good. So I've tried to take a little bit of inspiration from that, but for the most part, it's just me.
Okay, so you're a musician and a poet, and you're in love. Tell me more about your character and what he represents.
Orpheus, he's more than just a poet and a musician. Orpheus is a symbol of love and a symbol of unity to me. Because, the whole thing is I'm trying to write this song to bring back spring and change the seasons. So to me, that's I want to play and sing this song to bring people together, to kind of, to show you the way the world could be and to show you that, hey, things can be really cool, and they are really cool because you guys are really cool. So let's be cool together.
Drake, you're playing live, right?
Yeah, I am.
Wow.
That guitar right there.
That's insane. I hear you were described as a savant.
I wouldn't call myself a savant. No.
Okay, so Adam, another question for you. You're also a Fate, just like Josie. But can you tell us about your character and how they're maybe a little bit different?
So, in Greek mythology, her name is Atropos, and she uses scissors to cut people's fates. So, like she said, I basically control the sphere of death. I'd say my role in the story is to really, how would I say this? Drive Orpheus and Eurydice away from each other because they are trying to defy fate in the story, and we are fates. We don't want that, you know. So, and yeah.
So very different characters, but working in unison.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Love
exactly.
That. I love that.
Josie, what is something you've learned about yourself since starting in this theater program?
What I've learned is that, well, to start, I've really kept myself, before I joined theater, in like this tiny little shell. I was not outgoing. I barely talked to people. It was because I never really found something like I had like to relate to other people. But as soon as I joined here, I realized like I saw a whole nother like side of myself. I was a lot more outgoing. I was a lot more like I am at home, like almost taking some stuff from Karen. Like I have my moments. That's what I really learned about myself, is that like I can actually be open and confident and have fun.
Nice. Okay, I've got one more question for you, and then one for each of you, and then we're at the end of it.
Hit me.
All right. So you're a musician and an actor. How long have you been playing the guitar?
9 years now.
Are you pretty good? What's your favorite song to play?
All time?
Yeah.
Golly, I don't really know. Kind of like Eddie Van Halen, really.
Okay.
Eddie Van Halen, I could go for that.
Really? Are you in a band outside of here?
Yes and no. I'm in a band with some guys here. We are follow us on Instagram at Sorry in Advance.
At what?
Sorry in Advance.
Sorry in
Advance. We're a pop punk skate band.
I'm gonna look that up. Sorry in advance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. We asked this question earlier. You know, what do you want people to feel when they leave here? So each of you, let's hear it. What do you want people to feel when they leave on Friday night and Saturday?
I want people to feel different. I want them to walk out of this theater and be like, wow, this show was so moving. It makes me want to be different, and it makes me want to like do something and like be someone cool and awesome.
Nice. Josie?
I would say I really want people to feel really connected to the show. Like, I want them to feel like the emotion that we're feeling on stage, because it's like, it's such an emotional show. Like, if nobody else is feeling the emotion, then we haven't really done a good job. But I have like a really good feeling about this. But other than that, I would really like them to feel like they want to do something with their life. They can overcome like these troubles, because there's going to be a lot like getting in the way in life. But
Tell me about it. Adam, how about you?
So kind of like what Aubrey said, I want people to be really moved by our production. I don't want people leaving being like, oh, yeah, that was just a cute high school production, you know? I want people to, sorry. How would I say this?
You want them to be moved?
Yes, exactly, yeah.
All right. Well, I think we
it.
have some visitors that are going to come in behind us and deliver a message here at the very end.
Oh, should
come
they
on
come out
out
now?
Come on out.
Come on. Yeah.
So this is a wrap for us, our last in the huddle. I'm kind of sad it's over because we've got to meet some great kids.
I know.
And we work down in an office, and that's the worst part about our job is we're down in an office, so we don't get to go out and see all the great kids on our campuses. And we've got some wonderful kids. We met some fantastic kids here at Highland High School. This is our third and final in the huddle, and the cast and crew has a message that they'd like to deliver, and then we're going to call it a wrap. So let's hear it. What do you have to say?
Come
see Hadestown!
You can see Hadestown this Friday and Saturday at Highland High School. Great job. Thank you. Appreciate it. Good job, buddy.
Good job to you too, man. Okay.